Hi guys, welcome to Nduta's kitchen. Today we're going to be making some tomato paste, or if you like, some pasta sauce or some meatball sauce or some tomato sauce. What you're going to need for your sauce is lots and lots of onions. As you see there, I'm going to mix my red onions, my white onions and my spring onions. So I'm just going to try and chop them into small pieces, and then I'm going to use them for my meal. There are two ways to do this actually. You can decide to either one, cut up your ingredients and put them in a baking tray, bake them or roast them in the oven, or you can use them this way by cooking all your ingredients at the same time and just making them cook on a stove just like I will myself. So I'm just cutting my white onions and I'm just going to include those in my meal. So do whatever you like. I personally like doing this because I think it tastes, I prefer the tastes of cooked vegetables to roasted vegetables. So I've put my white onions and I'm just going to cut my spring onions. I'm just cutting them to that big size because I'm going to blend them anyway, and it's going to be easy on my blender to blend small pieces, and it's also going to help my vegetables cook nicely. So I'm going to add all my onions into one bowl. I'm just stirring them so that each and every single piece of onion can get some little bit of the oil that I've put. I'm going to cover it and let it soften a little bit, and I'm going to continue preparing the rest of my ingredients. One more thing I forgot to tell you guys is when you're making this sauce, you don't want your sauce to have too much oil, so try it as much as possible to put very little oil, as little as you can. If you have olive oil, better use the olive oil than vegetable oil. So the next thing I'm going to add is tomatoes. We're making some tomato sauce, so obviously our tomatoes are going to be a lot more. I took advantage of this season because tomatoes this season in Kenya are so cheap, very affordable, unlike other seasons. So I've just put my tomatoes inside and I'm just gonna let them cook. The next thing that's gonna go to our food is some red bell peppers. I like bell peppers in my food, and it's definitely going to be pepper in my sauce as well. So I'm just going to cut them also in the same size as I cut my ingredients. The main reason I'm cutting my ingredients this way, honestly, is just so that they can cook nicely and so that it can be easy on my blender to blend. I had some half leftover yellow bell pepper that I had remained from a previous cook. So I'm going to just cut it into the same piece and add into my ingredients. I wish I had more yellow bell peppers because I feel like it would have added so much flavor, but since this is all I have, I'm just going to use it as it is. So my red and yellow pepper are going into my my onions and tomatoes, and guys, it's smelling so good. You would think I have put some spices in this, but it's just some onions and some tomatoes, and it started to smell so nicely. So the next thing is going to go to my food are some green bell peppers. These guys mixed with the onions do wonders. So all my green pepper is chopped, and it's also going to go inside my pot. Just look at the colors that are in my pot. The nice yellow, the red from the onions, and the look at that. Oh wow, it looks so nicely. I am salivating, guys. So my food is on low heat just because I don't want some things to overcook more than others. But if you want, you can prepare all your ingredients beforehand and then just add them together at once. This is just a shortcut. I'm just using a shortcut. This is exactly what I would do without the cameras. Like when I'm alone, this is exactly what I would do. We all use shortcuts. So yeah, so the next thing that I'm putting in my food are my eggplants. I like eggplants, and I think eggplants mix perfectly with green bell peppers and tomatoes. So they're definitely going to be in my meal today. So I've just stirred everything and I'm just covering it all up so that it can cook perfectly. Just look at the colors. It looks so nice. And the smell, guys, the smell is awesome. This is the other thing that I wish I had more. This is some gorget. I wish I had more of this, but I'm just gonna use this one because this is all I have. I'm gonna cut it into the same sized pieces that I cut my rest of the ingredients, and then I'm gonna put it on my stove. I'm gonna stir everything together and cover it, and then let everything soften up. So everything in my pot has started softening. I'm just gonna add some seasoning into this. The only thing I'm gonna put in my seasoning is some curry powder and some black pepper. I did not add any salt or ginger or garlic just because I'm gonna put them when I'm actually using my sauce for whatever reason I'm gonna be using it, to sort of revive it. I, however, intentionally put a lot of curry powder because I wanted all my curry powder to be infused in the sauce, because that's the main taste I will want for my, not really the main, but the most of the taste I want for my sauce. So the rest of my spices and my ingredients, I will put them when I'm putting the sauce to use. So my food is nicely cooked. Everything is nice and soft. Just look at that. That is some really good, healthy stuff. I just put it down so I can cool a little bit before we can proceed to the next step. So the next thing I'm going to do is to blend it. It's nice and cool. I'm just going to transfer some of it because not all of it can fit into my jar. So everything is going to go inside my jar. I'm just using this because I don't have a food processor. If you have a food processor, just use that. So this is all I'm going to use for the first round. Going to go to my blender and I'm just going to blend it. I have these plastic jars that I recycled. I think they had honey in them, although they're nice glass jars that people are buying nowadays, but these ones work just fine. If you have some in your house, just recycle them, wash them nicely, pat them dry nicely, and then just put your stuff in here. And the good thing with this, especially this size, is you get to store the exact amount that you're going to use. So you can use this sauce as your pasta sauce, to make some nice minced meat, and instead of adding water, just add this sauce and it's going to make some nice sauce for your pasta. You can use it as a marinade for your meats whenever you're cooking meat. You can use it in place of tomato paste. The kind of tomato paste we buy, the canned one. Use this instead. At least with this one, you know exactly whatever is in your paste. I am going to use this to be making some meatballs. So stay tuned and watch out for that meatball video, because you're gonna see exactly how I'm going to use it for my meatballs. So I've put my second round of ingredients into my jar, and I'm just gonna pour it into this, and we're gonna see what we have made. Kindly try this. Do this exactly as I have showed you. Of course, you can take out whatever you don't like and add in whatever you like, whatever spices or ingredients you like, and tell me how it turns out in the comments below. If you liked this video as much as I liked making it, I really enjoy making this video, so kindly subscribe, like, share, and join me once more in Nduta's kitchen, and let's make such amazing things together. Until next time, bye.